Welcome to a WCBS special report on CBS News New York as we follow the race to replace George Santos. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan. Polls are now officially closed as of about a half hour ago or so in this special election for New York's 3rd congressional district. Now, George Santos's former seat covers a small section of Queens and parts of Long Island. There's a lot at stake in this race, to use the cliche that Marcia and I like to say a lot. Marcia will be coming in here to give me more cliches. It could potentially sway the balance of power in Congress, and that is no cliche. It's a battle between Democrat Tom Suozzi and Republican Mazi Pilip. Results are starting to roll in. Let's take a look, but we really have to put a big caveat on this because a lot of these early votes are coming from Queens. They would favor Suozzi. There are some. So we're looking at these numbers right now, 19% reporting, much too early to make anything out of these numbers. It says Suozzi 61, Pilip 39. That will change probably drastically. Starting us off from our team coverage, CBS's Carolyn Gussoff live at Suozzi headquarters in Woodbury. Carolyn, I'm not going to say what's the mood out there because, you know, we don't check moods, but I would say that the Suozzi team, even with the early numbers coming in, is probably happy about that.
Well, they're optimistic, but it's still very much an intense nail-biter here as this crowd is rising in numbers. Democratic sources did tell us that their early numbers look promising. 14,000 more votes for Suozzi in early and absentee ballots, but they say the independents are going to determine this race. Earlier today, Tom Suozzi was firing up supporters to get out the vote earlier today. It's been a hard-fought race after a barrage of attack ads tried to tie him to the migrant crisis. He fought back hard with a message that he is a centrist with experience and that his rival is an untested novice with no concrete solutions. We spoke a little while ago to the New York State Democratic chairman who told us the Dems did show up to vote, but it is not yet clear if that will be enough.
We've got more numbers in early voting on the Democratic side than the Republicans. Absentee ballots overwhelming. And so now coming into Election Day, you know, the concern was, were we going to get swamped by a Republican vote? That didn't happen. Now, that doesn't mean that we know the outcome because, of course, about 25% or so of the vote is unaffiliated. And how they vote, you know, is going to be determinative.
So really too close to call still, even with those early promising numbers. This race getting national attention not only because it was the seat of George Santos and all that drama, but also it could help determine the very slim Republican majority in the House, the balance of power in the House. Will this congressman, this former congressman, have a comeback? His motto all along had been, let's fix this, saying that experience is necessary to navigate these complicated problems in Washington. Will the voters agree? Well, as I just said, we've learned that early voting and absentee ballots, Suozzi is 14,000 votes ahead with still about 100,000 votes to count. So reporting live from Woodbury, Carolyn Gussoff, CBS 2 News.
Indeed, Carolyn, long way to go. Thanks very much.